Sup bro? I promise you that after you finish watching this video, you'll be able to take your first ever cold shower. But first, let me motivate you a little. Let me tell you about the benefits of cold shower. Why would you even want to do this? Like, why would you want to stand under cold water for a couple minutes? It feels almost painful. So why? Why would you want to do this? Well, there are a lot of benefits to cold shower. And by a lot, I mean a lot, really a lot. An insane amount of benefits. Let me give you some of them. Cold shower improves your circulatory system. Basically, it improves your circulation of blood. It also improves your lymphatic system, which is like the opposite of circulatory system. It makes you live longer, literally. If you're constantly stressed, or if you experience any stress in your life, cold shower will help you a lot because it increases your resilience to stress. It makes you tolerate stress better. It gives you a dopamine boost, which is especially good if you are doing cold shower in the beginning of the day, like in the morning. The good thing about cold shower is that you may heard that dopamine is actually bad for you. I mean, a lot of dopamine is bad. And cold shower really gives you a lot of dopamine. But the thing is, after cold shower, your dopamine doesn't go back below baseline. It goes back at the baseline. So it's not like the dopamine from video games or whatever bad activity. It's just basically a free boost to your motivation to do things. So cold showers are very good for that, for productivity. Also, if you're exercising, cold showers are just a must because cold showers affect your muscles in a way that make them, basically you'll lose muscle less, way less, if you're doing cold shower. And so I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. Let's actually get to the main steps on how to take your first cold shower. So the first step is to actually schedule the time when you'll take your first cold shower. And not only the first cold shower, but actually integrate cold showers into your schedule. If you don't have a schedule, start writing your schedule with a cold shower. It's best to take cold showers as the first thing in the morning, right after you woke up. Like you woke up, you stretched, you got out of bed, and you immediately go and take the cold shower. That way, well, obviously you did not exercise before it because you were sleepy. So you will exercise after cold shower. This is actually important because you kinda don't want to exercise before you taking cold shower. So you need to take cold shower the first thing in the morning. It will also help to start your metabolism. So basically you will want to eat more and you will metabolize food more efficiently. And obviously it will give you a motivation boost for the day. So it actually doesn't really matter that much when you will take cold shower. Whether it will be in the morning or in the afternoon or after lunch or whenever, in the evening maybe. But you need to have a consistent time every single day when you will take cold shower. It's supposed to be the same time every day, like let's say 7 o'clock in the morning. So write it down somewhere, put it on your wall or in your phone so that you see it and so that you remember. Maybe put an alarm on this time. So now let's say you set up your alarm, you remember that you have the cold shower. Okay, actually, what if you don't really feel like doing cold shower? What if you are like, let's say you sit on your bed and you're scrolling somewhere like on Instagram or Telegram or TikTok, and you don't want to get up, you don't want to do cold showers, but you remember that you need to. There is a tactic to actually overcome this. You need to think one step at a time. Like, let's say you're scrolling TikTok. Can you get out of TikTok? Can you close it? Literally close the app on your phone. Can you do this? Of course you can, so just do this. Then the second step, can you turn off your phone? Yes, just turn off your phone. It's easy, right? Then can you get out of bed? It's also easy. Then can you walk downstairs or upstairs or just walk to the bathroom? Yes, you can. Just do it. And step by step like this, you need to get to the shower. It is just much easier to force yourself to do something if you think like that, if you think one step at a time. So now you are in the shower. How do you actually open water? It is so scary. You don't know what will happen. You never did this before. Will it be painful? Like you are thinking about all this stuff and you're just afraid. You cannot open water. You are standing there looking at it and you just can't do this. What do you do in this situation? If something like this happens, you again need to think about it step by step. The little the steps, the better. So like you need to, first of all, you need to put your hand on the lever to actually open the water. Can you put your hand there? Yes, you can. Just do this. Now, can you turn the thing without thinking about what will happen? Yes, you can. So just do this. If you cannot do this, then what you can try, there are two things you can try. First thing, combine this step by step, with very little steps approach, and combine it with breathing. There is a special breathing pattern that you can try to actually do this, to actually, lose the fear to do this. This breathing pattern is, you need to inhale through your nose, inhale slowly and deeply, as deep as you can, and then do one additional little inhale, also through your nose, and then exhale through your mouth. Do this with me. this will help you to do basically anything. This will make you much calmer. And when you did this breathing technique, you will be able to force yourself to do a lot of stuff. If this didn't help, you can try the second thing, the second tactic I tried. I did this tactic myself. I did both of them actually. The second one is kind of easier, but for some people may prefer this first one. It's actually different for different people. So this second tactic is you need to get excited for it. You need to get really excited and hype yourself up for this. So like you can start jumping and screaming. Literally start jumping and screaming, hitting yourself in the chest like a gorilla. Do something like this, do something crazy like this, so that you really get excited. And while you're doing this, just casually turn on the water. Start screaming, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, or I will do this, and turn on the water. This is much more effective than it sounds. Just try it and you'll see. Although it may sound stupid, but it really works. It really worked for me. There's another little thing that I tried and that actually worked. When I actually put my hand on the lever to open the water, and I felt that I cannot do this. I started counting to 1 from 3, and I said to myself, I will open water when I will say 1. So I started like 3, 2, 1, and I opened water. The reason why it works is because when you count, you cannot think about what will happen when you open water. Your brain cannot think about both things at the same time. So you'll just stop thinking about it and you'll open water. Now, you opened the water. The cold water is pouring on you. It's cold, it's painful. What do? Well, there's actually nothing that you need to do. You just basically need to stand there for a couple minutes. Just enjoy the process. Like, there's one thing that you can do. It's the same breathing pattern that I showed you earlier. The reason why is because this breathing pattern is very effective against stress. And cold shower is a big stress for your body. So by practicing this breathing pattern while doing cold shower, you're practicing fighting with stress. You're practicing dealing with this, actually with chronic stress too. So it really reduces the stress in your life. So like if you get stressed, if you get really stressed like in school or at work or wherever, you will be able to combat it much more effectively. So now, how long do you need to take the cold shower? For how long? For 1 hour? For 1 hour stand under cold water? Not really. If you are just a beginner, if this is really your first time trying anything related to cold, like cold shower, then you actually don't need to do this for a long time, for 1 minute. Even 1 minute will be too much for you. Just do this for even for 1 second will be enough for the first time. You just really need to try it, experience it for the first time, and then you will slowly start to add more intensity or duration. So if you open water and you feel, obviously you will feel stressed, you will feel cold, it will feel painful for you. Just do this for a couple seconds and turn off the water. Couple seconds will be enough for the first time. Don't expect to do it for 10 minutes when you first started it. It's unnecessary and it's possible, but why would you do this? Just start slowly. And the last step, what do you actually do after the cold shower? So let's say you opened water, you were standing there for 10 seconds, you close the water. What do you do now? Actually, the best thing you can do right after cold shower is to not just start wiping the water from you with your towel, but just stand there and let the water dry by itself. So basically you close the water and just stand there for a couple minutes. However, if you really feel that this was too much for you, do not do this. Use your towel and forget about it. But if you're advanced, really consider doing that because this gives you much more benefit. So these were pretty much the main steps, but there are some additional tips I want to give you about taking cold showers. And the first tip is you need to increase duration and intensity. As I said before, your first time should be short because you just tried it for the first time. So like 10 seconds it will be enough. But later, maybe at your third time, increase it to 15 seconds, then to 20, then to 25, then to 30, then to 1 minute, then to 2 minutes. I don't see any reason to do cold shower for longer than 10 minutes. There's really no point in that. However, you can if you really like it, but for most people it will be enough. Just do it for 2 minutes. However, you still can increase, even if you do it for 2 minutes, you can increase intensity. And by increased intensity, I mean lower the temperature. If you are really advanced in it, you can try swimming in a cold lake, or try and find this thing called cold bath. So like it's a thing where you put ice and water and it stays there. It stays cold for a long time and you can take it every day without replacing the ice very often. So you can do that also. But for most people, it will be enough to do cold shower every day for 2 minutes with the coldest water they have. Another thing I want to say is that you need to make it a habit. If you really want this to help you, you need to make it a habit. You need to do it every single day. That's why the first step is to actually schedule it in your schedule, to write the time when you will do this every single day, because this is the only thing it will be effective, and it's the only way it is actually right to do this. Obviously there will be days when you don't want to do a cold shower, when you want to skip it, when you feel like shit, when you are depressed, when you are sad, when your pet died and you don't want to do anything. But there's still a thing that you can do in these days, in these shitty, bad, very bad days when you don't want to do anything. You will obviously take a shower every day. I mean, I expect you to take a shower every day. If you don't, then, I mean, your usual shower, standard shower. Before your standard shower, not the cold shower, but standard shower. If you really don't feel like taking cold shower today, just turn on cold water for a couple seconds and then immediately turn on hot water. That way you will still get this shock from the cold water without actually spending time and effort doing the cold shower. But obviously you need to get back to the cold shower when you feel better again. This is like a temporary solution for you to not skip days. And it is much better to do this instead of skipping a day, because if you skip a day you will lose the progress in developing your habit. So just do that, it's very easy. And the last thing that I will tell you is you need to start it from tomorrow. And if it's still a morning, you can start it from today, or if you wanna take cold showers in the evening. So it's better to start when you have your next time for cold shower that you're scheduled. Because if you really want this video to help you and not just forget this video immediately after you watch this, you need to take this as an actionable step. Schedule your cold shower and take it the next time it will happen. Next time the time for it will come. So if it's tomorrow, take it tomorrow. If it's today, take it today. First of all, promise it to yourself that you will take it. That's the only way this video will help you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If this video really helped you, write it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.